was frustrated with them as well, because I attended their meeting, and Kelly was giving a presentation about the roof, and about the funding that they needed to repair the roof, and she stated herself that there was nothing wrong with the roof. She didn't know why they put in a proposal to have the roof repaired, and that was the only item that they were proposed, or that was allocated for South Norwalk Community Center to repair the roof. They didn't have another project that they wanted to do or were approved to do. They were only approved to have the roof done. And you saying that there was two requests. There was only one request.
That's the book that everybody got in the beginning.
There was one request from South Norwalk Community Center that was approved, and which was the roof.
We only approved the roof.
Right, that was it.
If they don't need that, how are we gonna go back and do something that you said you weren't gonna do without even checking to see if they actually need that?
Point of information. In the first go-around when we discussed this, the first proposal was made, I made it. And my initial proposal included money, I'm looking at my notes, what I proposed to you, $85,000 for the roof, and $37,500 for the first floor, which will eventually help build a third classroom and redo the front of the building. We discussed both. It's right here.
That's not.
Excuse me, can I?
You have the floor. You have the floor. Let's one at a time.
I have the floor. There was two applications. I was for approving both of them. We found out that they were initially under the impression that the damage to the roof was more extensive than it actually is. When they had someone come up and look at the roof, they said, no, this can be handled. It's not as bad as we thought. And they were able to address certain problems with the roof much easier than they thought they would have to deal with. At the time, we were more concerned with the roof, because a roof is a roof, and if it's not in good shape, you have to fund it. My memory is that this time around was the last time. Not that we were only going to do one or the other. I mean, I have my initial proposal here for both of them. I'm being perfectly consistent here. So I am going for, now that we know that the roof is not in great shape, but in okay shape, and will last a few more years, I'm making an amendment. I'm to move the $80,000 that we thought at the time we needed for the roof, to move it over to the Renaissance project with, in order for them to work on the front of the building, deal with the administration in the third classroom, to get that started, and with the full understanding that they will not be coming back next year. And that was the original discussion we had. And that was based on my original proposal to fund both of them.
Bruce, I'm sorry, but that's just totally false, and you know it. You
Here's
know
my
that's
proposal.
false. I don't care what your proposal is. That's something you written down
That's
probably
not
right
what
before
was
you
said.
before last night. Bruce, that is not the
Maybe
calling
from
me a
now on,
liar?
we need to
Maybe
take
so,
our
Bruce.
stuff.
Excuse me,
I'm not, listen, I'm
Excuse
just saying that, Bruce, that's
Personal
not
personal
true at all.
privilege.
Hold it.
A point of personal privilege.
Hey,
Did I make that
we-
proposal?
look, we
About
have-
3 months ago. Did I make the proposal about 3 months ago?
I vividly remember the meeting, and we said that we were not giving South Norwalk Community Center any more money, and the only thing that we were
I
going to
made
give them
that
was to repair the
proposal
roof.
3 months ago.
We were going to repair the roof because Doug stated that, well, we appropriated money for them the last go around, and we don't want the inside of those walls to be destroyed because there's a leak.
Were you here when I made that proposal? Were you
made
here when I
dire
made
needs-
the proposal?
They made dire needs.
Were you here when I made the proposal?
Listen, you didn't make a proposal. Okay? The request was only for the roof. There was nothing for the inside, downstairs. You said the downstairs was already done. Okay? We actually requested for financials from the budget that they received the previous year.
We're going off of memories.
No, it's not memory.
Excuse me,
Right,
that
y'all
is not
going
a
off
memory. Wait, let's not be even-handed. Did I make the proposal in your memory?
There were several proposals. Listen, I'm not even sure what I made this
I wanna
stage of
see
the
the-
game.
I wanna
but,
see the finances
Bruce,
from the budget
Let's
previously.
go one at a time. It doesn't, honestly, then I'm just being blunt, we have a plan that went out with both projects for public comment. That sheet left the committee with the change for the roof off of the classroom. I remember a conversation, we all looked very shocked at one another when she said she was up on the second floor doing things. And we kind of asked the question, what are you doing up on the second floor? That caught us off guard that night. I remember very publicly, because they were supposed to be doing everything on the first floor.
That's the first meeting.
That was the very first meeting.
That's the first meeting.
Right, and we went out, and that's the discussion about where the roof became the priority, and that's where I suggested we fix the roof first before we do anything inside the
You
roof.
didn't say
There was
before.
You
discussion
didn't say
about
before.
how the money was spent. Well, the minutes will reflect whatever we said.
Well,
There's nobody disputed the minutes, and the minutes are what the minutes are.
why don't we hold off till they're able to,
We can't propose it. We have to vote on this.
the financials of the monies that was allocated the previous year that was supposed to be done, fixed, because like I said, it's my understanding that before they come back to the committee, requesting more money from the CDBG grant, they have to already, spend the money from the previous year, okay?
It's all spent.
It's all spent.
It's all spent.
You're the keepers, I'm not the keeper.
Can we get some financials on that? Can we see financial
Our
reports on that?
process is the bills are incurred and they're presented to us for reimbursement. Tim Carney from our office looks at the bills, he goes out to the building to make sure that the work got done, he interviews the laborers, and we approve it for payment. We have approved both grants in their entirety.
Okay, but he asked if he could see them. Is there
Yeah,
a reason he can't see them?
Yeah, we can go
Okay,
get them. I'm
that's
just
the
letting you know
bottom
what the process is. You'll go get the requisition.